Welcome to North Carolina Home Builder Interviews with yours truly, Merle Braley, where you'll learn more about new homes in the Triangle and Greater Raleigh area than most home buyers will ever know. I first became interested in home building when I was a kid, and I built my 3-story tree house in an old apple tree. Now, many decades later, I still have a passion for good home design and quality building techniques. Join me as I visit with custom home builders John Lile and Steve Jellicorse, partners with MorningStar Homes. Here's an excerpt from that interview. How long does it take when someone comes in the door, they want a custom home, from the day that they walk in the door to the day you hand them the key?
Great question, and that's part of the reason I'm grinning here is because that's the first question we get asked, aside from the fact how much is the house going to cost.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy answer. So here's how we generally start the answer, and that is, when would you like to be in? Because, again, Steve and my commitment to the client is to help them think through the process. And I hate to say it, and hopefully I'm not going to put anybody off with this, but many clients think in terms of when they want to start, not when they want to be in. And the reality is you really should think backwards. When do I want to be in? Okay, that's a point in time. Let's say it's 12 months down the road. Now let's talk about the type of home you want to build, the features you want in it, and the location, because location can have an impact on that. The construction time is impacted by the location, whether it be a municipality, or it's in a subdivision, or it's on 20 acres on the Rocky River. Actually, that was 50 acres on the Rocky River. Yeah. So the easiest way to answer that is from the day we dig the footings to the day we give you the key is going to be somewhere between 9 months and a year. From the day you walk in and meet us and decide you want to move forward with us to the day that we dig the footings can be 30 to 90 days. Now, so that you don't get the wrong idea that every house that MorningStar builds takes a year or more, where we have more control, and the simplest way to think of that is in a structured neighborhood environment with predetermined plans. A good example is we're in a really, really neat community called Briar Chapel. And in Briar Chapel, while we are part of the custom program, we have 6 plans that we spend a lot of time working on. And if you were to pick one of those 6 plans and then customize it by adding features to it that were reasonable, let's say you're not going to redesign the whole plan, it's not inconceivable that we can have you into the house in about 5 months. So if you're in a neighborhood like Briar Chapel, we have a lot more control over what goes on, so we can build a lot quicker. If you're on 50 acres on the Rocky River and we've got to do soil tests to make sure that we can even get a well and septic system in, and it's difficult to get to the job site, just the logistics of it will cause the time frame to be a little bit longer.
Municipalities also have a big determination on it. Some municipality processes are just much more onerous, and when you say you want to be in a certain county or a certain locale, that we immediately are factoring those kind of issues in. And because we build in all of them, so yeah. There's no
a good example there is, without naming any counties, we build in one county where we can submit our application for a permit and have a building permit in about 5 working days. We can submit that exact same plan in another county, which I won't name, and it can take 3 months to get the building permit. I don't know what they do for 3 months, but that's just the way it is.
The good news is you got somebody that can navigate those waters without you feeling like you're alone.
And we aren't going to tell you what you want to hear, just in the interest of trying to make a new friend or sell a home. Steve and I are brutally honest, and sometimes it works for us and sometimes it works against us, but we're going to tell you the truth as we know it. If we know that you want to be in a certain area, We're not going to sugarcoat it and say, we think we can do this, knowing full well that it's never been done before in the history of that county. We're going to give you the honest answer. If you're in County A, it might be a week to building permit. County B could add to the time frame.